When you're starting at a nearly empty garage and an equally sparse toolbox, it can be tough to decide what tools you need to spend your money on. Growing your collection of tools is important, but growing it smartly is the key. It's easy to spend your entire tool budget on flashy, fun big boy tools only to realize you don't have something simple that might actually make the job at hand easier. This is top 5 must-have car repair tools you didn't know you needed. Work light. A high-quality LED work light is a must-have item for working on your car or truck. Your father's dim, yellow bulb with a cage around it won't cut it these days. A cordless LED light will survive countless drops on the concrete, and you'll be able to complete any number of repair jobs on a single charge if you need to. Utility knife. One of the last things you might expect to see in a toolbox is a common utility knife. It's not something you would expect to be a top seller from the Snap-on guy, but when you're doing repairs on a car or truck, there are countless times you need to cut something. Wires, hoses, even packaging on the new part you're installing. A sharp, simple utility knife can come in handy in all those situations. Breaker bar. The breaker bar is not a glamorous tool. You've never seen anybody use one on overhauling or fasten loud. They all use an impact wrench to remove a stubborn nut or bolt. But as a DIY mechanic who's just getting your tool collection together, you're not spending any money on air compressors or impact wrenches. That's when an inexpensive, effective tool like the breaker bar is put to use. Without it, you'll be trying to fit the handle of your jack over a skinny ratchet wrench, which will probably cost you even more money when you break your wrench. Number 4. Snap ring pliers. When you're maintaining a car or truck, it's never long before you run into something called a snap ring. A snap ring is a retaining ring that snaps into place when it's inserted into a channel. To get it out, you can put those snap ring pliers into use, or you can try to squeeze screwdrivers, screws, nails, needle hose pliers, and whatever else you can find into the snap ring to try to get it out. It's an inexpensive tool that will make you smile from ear to ear every time you actually need it. Digital camera. Your camera phone may not seem like a useful tool for auto repair, but believe me, it's your best friend. When you're dismantling part of your vehicle, you always think you'll remember how it goes back together. But it's been my experience that no matter how hard you try to remember, there's always a section or two that don't seem to go back together the way you thought they did. If you take photos of the job at any step that seems appropriate, you'll have a much easier time getting the job done. If you've already got a basic set of mechanics tools, check out these inexpensive but very important tools you may not have considered adding to your toolbox, but you'll be happy you did.